Yo, how you guys doing this fine evening? Ooh. Today we got Open Bata. Open Bata, Realms of Ruin. New AOS game. So I'm kind of interested to check it out. Looks like an RTS. Anyway. Twitch Prime. Hey, I assure you my internet connection is fine. I'm currently live on Twitch. Thank you. Alright, I got it. I know just the thing, okay? I know just the thing. It's time to show the people what they came to see. Age of Sigmar Realms of Ruin beta test. Oh, that music? Based on characters created by Raymond Feist? Damn, the fantasy author? Copyright 1993? Damn, big music. GG Busted, thanks for the 10 gifters. That's huge. Thanks for the double grip. It's happening. Krondor time. I like how the quality, there's one quality assurance guy in this whole game. Oh yeah, bring in the brass. Bring in the brass. First human to finish the game, Tim and Corey Boya.
Hold on to your hats. The big one is coming to the Silverdome this Saturday night, 8 p.m. WKBD TV.
Yo. Alright, we back. Gold versus soul. Do these ancient relics stand the test of time? Only you can watch me make that decision. And, I don't know, give me some input. Whomst be the unidentified lad, yeah. Lizardman Cheerleader Blood Bowl Limited Edition. These dudes would be cheerleaders for your Blood Bowl team. Sorry, I almost threw up after looking at this. I need some air. We're only one in, and my body almost can't handle this. So let's see. It's not a good idea. It's not a good model. Like, a cheerleader for your Blood Bowl team is a bad idea. Look at his waist. Look at the lats here. You can see him from the front, right? His waist ratio is, this is an hourglass someone would die for. And they would die because their internal organs would be destroyed. It doesn't look good. Look at the craftsmanship here. It's just melting like cookie dough, you know? Now, hey, look, there's texture here. So they were able to put texture on the models back then. There's like feather texture here and some wood grain. So they were adding texture to models back then. Switch hats, sure. Anyway, they were adding texture to models. These unrealistic body proportions making other Saurus get body dysmorphia. Yeah, true. Where am I gonna find this guy? Where is this guy? Blind streamer. Oh, here. Do you think he's funny bad? No. I was able to find something funny to point out, but it's just really bad. It's not Jesus Christ, it's horrifying. It's just shockingly bad. Next. Pilgrim number 6. The fucking 4 belt buckles on his head. These dudes would grab stuff off dead Bretonnian knights and worship these relics. He has a broken sword. It's just like... My man is strapped in. Buckle your safety belts. Using a shield, I think upside down. This thing is almost cool in a edgy teenager kind of, damn, look at all those belt buckles, I'm playing Soul Reaver or something like that, but this is just really bad. It did shock me how bad it was, but I don't think it's horrifying. It's just bad, yeah. Next. Light Wizard mounted. Look at his face. Oh. A bunch of male symbols and stuff all over there with arrows. Is wizard. Okay, he's a wizard. He's on a horse. Tomb Kings want their stuff back. Getting your pitchfork, it got ranked too low. Should we rank them on this, or is this going to fill up too quickly? Is this guy worse than this guy? No, I can honestly say this guy is worse. This guy has like stuff on him. The horse almost looks like a horse and stuff, right? Pilgrim probably worse than that. Because not only is this, it's boring and there's nothing to it. Is there a boring bad tier? Maybe we should have a boring bad tier. Alright, I'm doing it. I'm ruining the video that this will get made out of by adding stuff later on. Sorry. I hate to do this to you, but it needs to get done. There. Yeah, actually a good model, good idea, bad execution, funny bad, boring and bad, shockingly bad, and Jesus Christ, how horrifying. There we go. Borouche, the Stormmaster Wizards of Morcar, Hero Quest. Literal no-brain empty skull meme. Yeah, I suppose. He looks really two-dimensional. This must have been back when they couldn't yet do three-dimensional figures. They had to make them kind of like cookies. Yeah, this is a Christmas cookie, two-dimensional model. Maybe this is all the technology at the time could muster. But I've seen some Skaven that are sold today that look this bad. Which is insane. We have our first. Jesus Christ, how horrifying. He's a cookie because he's looking for like a snack. Are we listening to Sampled Birds? Yeah, there's a game called Bird Boy, I guess. I don't know what that is. not as bad as other models of the era. If maybe that's true. You know, Games Workshop. Good. Let's explain this. Dead Eats. Games Workshop survived this long, I assume, because their lore was entertaining, and their models, for the time that they made them, were probably better than their competitors. So that's probably true. This guy was probably better than the alternatives at the time. It doesn't do him any help on this tier list, but that was probably true. Empire Bright Wizard. Saturation set to kill. Yeah, did you oversaturate this, or... No, I'm looking at this green. Look, orangey red is difficult for cameras to pick up, so... Look at my dude here. This guy, Keys. You can hardly even see his face. He's three-dimensional. This guy's funny. This guy is at least in the funny bad. He might even be a good idea bad execution. Do we have our first high rank? He looks like his head is currently exploding. He almost has a facial expression. Got some zigzags and keys. Ooh, there's a story. It's like really bad and old and stuff, but... Damn, you know what? I think this is just good idea, bad execution. Or just so happens to be old, right? Which means it doesn't look good anymore. But I think it's just old. You'd use them in Fire Slayers right now. The staff looks like a Lego piece. It actually really does look like a Lego piece. Mega Nosh, thanks for the tier 1 for 28 months. Metal model list, they're just old. Supposedly just old. I didn't make the list. One of my mods made it, a Jerkade, I think. Out of stuff that they used to play with. You know, the man played since whatever, 2nd edition or something. And this is our first good idea, bad execution. And or just insanely old. Flagellant. Damn, these paint jobs are expert. And doing a lot to pull these guys out of the La Brea tar pits. Look at those feet. Yeah, big feet, big hands, big weapons, big heads. For free? Yeah. I don't like them. But they have a lot of character. Even though I hate them. Could I say they are boring? I mean, obviously they are, but back then, were they boring? Okay, here's the problem. Flagellant isn't a good idea. It's just not. We're angry priests, I guess. I don't think it's a great idea. And also, the paint is tricking me here, because this is like the best paint job I've ever seen on an old model. I don't think they're any good. They are boring, but I'll put them above this guy. Johan van Hale. Look at his Look at the top of his head. Ooh. Yeah, this is... I'm just super bored by this. There's nothing here. I am bored. It is the most boring in the boring tier so far. It's a 5-head. The dome on this guy. Nebraska family. Look at that. Old Black Knights. When your models look worse than Minecraft. These horses are so bad. It has a banner and the men are wearing a lot of stuff. Actually horrifying. The worst so far, for sure. These dudes are wearing equipment, and there's a banner. Nothing can save what these horses look like. You can't save them. They're so bad. Probably the worst I've seen so far. Blood Dragon. The fucking googly. Again, I can't make the paint job because he kind of looks bug-eyed. He's got his vampire teeth. He looks funny, but he only looks funny because of the paint job, I think. I don't think he would look funny bad otherwise. He's just really boring. Other Stragoys, do you even lift? He's doing the Arnold Schwarzenegger pose. When you drink the blood of a pro wrestler. None of these muscles make any sense. Oh wait, that's a fin. That's some kind of fin. My man is cut 4% body fat. This isn't a current Flesh Eater Quartz model. You joke. You jest. Okay? You jape. Let me show you a Flesh Eater Quartz model today. I'm going on a field trip. This is sold today. For $45. What is this? This belongs on the... Is this on the tier list? You could put it on there. I wouldn't... Like, it would just fit. What is with this? What is happening with your arm? Did you break your... It's like he dislocated his shoulder and he's like waiting in line at the emergency room. It belongs in a museum. Look at his hand. Dude, that hurts. Keeping your hand like that. The absolute right angle fingers. Now, does this really look that bad after seeing that? Yes, it does. It's just that also looks really bad. Jesus Christ, how horrifying. The gorilla knuckle. Lamia Vampire Winged unreleased. Wait, unreleased? Are we cheating? Oh. Look at the top of her head. Yeah, it connects to her sword for structural integrity. Her wings with like just fucking with little like chicken bones. Still had a tactical rock, and he Lee-felled. We gotta hide the feet. Big hair was big in the 80s. You have to understand, this is it was the style at the time. Tactical garter belts with little vampire teeth on them. I don't know about you guys, but this is funny bad. Peak female physical form. Yeah, especially the chicken bone wings. The clavicle muscle. Let's go. Alright, funny bad it is. Vampire elf. Damn, I'm at the chest. Call him UPS. We got a package. That face. Okay, so Butterface for sure. Something is wrong with that face. But look, they had their eyes on the prize. He has his own model, GW model. I think this is funny bad. Same pose, by the way. Wayne Reynolds, Rise Up. The spread eagle. Triple equals, thanks for the follow. Maiden Guard champion. Okay, her head is like super big and tall. Women's big and tall for just heads. Once again, no waist, but not nearly the waist to hip ratio of my man Cheerleader here, who's just insane, right? So, girls gotta step it up. Dual wielding, that's cool. It looks terrible, but I don't know, this just saddens me. Short and long torso at the same time. Good idea, bad execution. Dual wielding, badass Amazon chick with just the weirdest proportions. And I'm not talking about her body, like kind of her head, actually. And just noodle stuff. Tactical miniskirt. What's so good of an idea, though, about her? I don't know. Do you think this is funny bad or is it boring? Like, chick who dual wields, I can't honestly put it in good idea. Hey, she goes above all the other boring and bads, though. Amazing idea. War dancers. Holy look at this, dude. God damn. 10 out of 10. The only problem is it's 100 million years old. Perfection. Jesus. Upskirt guy, upskirt girl. Somebody is liking the upskirts. But they're being fair. They're giving us an upskirt for both, right? That's all I want. All I want is equality after all. Good work. And this is like them trying to do a lot of movement early on with these things, kind of having them leap instead of using a flight stand. A little bug friend on the base. Gold Star. They're not actually good anymore, but Absolutely. The power. This is... Fuck, what was that 80s movie with the... With that, like, knife frisbee thing that had, like, 5 spikes on it? I can't remember. This shit is on... Yeah, Crawl. It is Crawl, yeah. The Guyver? No, this isn't the Guyver. I do remember that, though. Anyway, this shit is great. It's the best thing I've seen so far. Legitimately great, except for being old and actually being bad still. Because of that. But that's it. In fact, we're giving this a red. Its only problem is that it's old and looks bad now. It was great, I'm sure. Old. What the fuck is Crawl? Never mind. Wood Elf Lord on Stag. That is a bull. That's not a stag. I mean, it has antlers, but this is like this is a bull. Yeah, this is just like an old good, like, for whatever time period this came out, this was fine. This is kind of alright. That moose is pissed. This is kind of good, man. It doesn't hold up nowadays, but... To be clear, this is way behind this one, but still, not bad. This is better than the stuff they sell now. In Wood Elves? Wanderers? Maybe. Maybe some of it. Gazkul Uruk Thraka. Hello. Thanks for being a first-time chatter. Oh no. I've seen these before. Yeah, I know these exist. Oh dear. We have a new king. A new worst. You have beaten the skeletons with the worst horses I've ever seen. It's just like stuff. They took Play-Doh and just made stuff out of it. Yeah, this is real bad. It looks like a sprue. It's not the worst tree people in the presentation. Oh no. Is that some putty they forgot to... Oh, that's a little man. This guy is more interesting sculpt than the rest of it, in my opinion. It's more stuff than the Rogue Idol had. Past tense. Okay. They're supposed to be riding some sort of mount, so I can't judge them on their hilarious... I mean, they look like they're riding horses, right? Because they are. Oof. Me on the subway. Any man spreaders in chat? Actual Lamau. They are asserting dominance. Please tell me, SG Arcade, that they actually didn't come with horses. They're just standing like this. Like they're called female elven riders, but they're just like, you just put them on bases. The power stance, the +1 defense. These guys knew how to sculpt breasts, that's for sure. I disagree, no. These are like Leonardo-ass breasts. They're just like globes glued to a skeleton. This is not okay. I know you're being sarcastic, but... Wood Elf Lupus. It looks like he has lupus. War Dog, Keeper, and Warhound. This looks like a galloping anteater. That jawline, Giga Chad. Absolute Giga Chad elf. I thought he was a weasel. I mean, he... Apparently it's a war dog. It looks like some kind of marmot, but... Giga Chad. Where is it? It is very horrifying, but how? I think it's actually worse than this other stuff. It's so bad. The trees are worse. The ladies are probably worse. Like, it is funny bad. I don't know that I want to... Damn, it's just really bad. I think we do this. It's not worse than the tree. It's not worse than the skeletons or the other. How are the ladies not funny bad? Yeah, you know, you're right. They are funny bad. I don't want to put them this high in the tier list, though. That's the problem. Because everything's funny bad in a sense, because it's so bad. They don't deserve to be this high. I'm mad. Because they're also shockingly bad, and they're also horrifying. That's the problem with them. I'm actually going to say it. I think it's worse than the ladies. The ladies were probably riding something. Funny is, like, we're laughing with them, maybe. Bone Giant. It's just shit. Like, there's nothing to it. Boring, maybe shockingly. I don't think it's shock. I'm not shocked. I'm just bored and it's terrible. It's just bad. I think it's less boring than that. That guy's the most boring bad. You like the apes? Oh, I don't. That's a specific part of it I do not like. It's, yeah, there's just nothing good about it. Looks bad. I'm bored and it looks bad. It's physically large. I'm sure people alive that were collecting Warhammer at the time were like, God damn, that's huge, and it's a skeleton. In my head, it's cool. But... sorry, Tomb King Tristan. This shit sucks. Next. Lich Priest. Oh yeah. This is shocking at best. Possibly horrifying. I don't think I'm horrified. It's just shockingly bad. Yeah, I'm putting it there. Leg day skipped. Leg millennia skipped. Tomb Scorpion. It's a scorpion made out of skulls. Yes. Is this a good idea done bad? A scorpion made out of skulls. Is that... Could that be cool? I guess. For what Games Workshop historically has always tried to do, which is be silly and kind of stupid, but like a 12-year-old would be like, that's sick, you know? I think this is a good idea, bad execution. I'm personally kind of bored by it, but I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt on this one. Tomb King Scorpion God tier says Death Gazered. Thanks for the 100 bits and the first time chat. I appreciate it. Your 100 bits did not factor into my decision. Rest assured, it's good idea, bad execution with some little kitty points, without bribery. Beastmaster riding Manticore. Well, I guess Manticore have never looked good. Although the current Slaves to Darkness ones were terrible, but it looks like they have a history of looking awful. Look at the movement here. She's like in her saddle, knee up, kicking out. There's some movement to that. This thing looks just awful. She looks just awful. But she's got a little bit of movement going on. It's not that much worse than the Slaves to Darkness one. I mean, it is, but I'm gonna put it up here. It's very bad. They remade it in HD. Okay, well, here, tell you what, let's go on a journey. Let's go on a journey. Slaves to Darkness. And then also news article. I hate using their website because the news is a lie. Oh, I'm so mad. Let's see. Where the fuck is the new Manticore on their website? Please, Games Workshop. I'm trying to. I might give up. I was gonna show a picture of the new one, but I can't find it. Is it this? No. Alright. This isn't the internet, this is their website. I'm serious. It's their website. There we go. Okay. Now we find the Manticore. Look, when you order the list as show me AOS and it shows you just a shitload of 40k. Their website is actual. It's so bad. Anyway, all right. Let's go on a retrospective journey. All right. Beastmaster riding Manticore. Standard definition. 480p. Chaos Sorcerer on Manticore. HD. But they didn't improve the design. The design is still terrible. It just has more. It's got more pixels. It's still so bad. Like, the dude on the back is cool. But this shit, they're like, no, we have to stay true to the source material, which was bad. And then just up the poly count. And then they're like, wait, hold on. What if we ignore the bad idea that someone had 35 years ago and decide to make something just good instead? I know this is a chimera. Or a Manticore, I mean. See, we can improve 4K, I guess. Anyway, it's shit. Long story short. The new one is so good, actually. Harpies. Yeah, it looks bad. It don't look good. Her face is my face looking at this model. Too hot for Twitch? Why? Oh, do you think she's naked? No, she's wearing bone clothes. These are clothes. You were confused. Those are clothes. It was just painted wrong, that's all. It's horrifying. Also, look at the base. Disgusting. Golf course green base. Not even black around the rims. Zero low art. Dark Elf Dreadlord with great weapon. Hey, that's a huge weapon. And he's holding... What is he holding? Is this the tail? Does the tail go all the way down here? Just holding some tail. He's got a little familiar. This is like somebody's Dungeons and Dragons character. Like nothing is happening, right? It's the most boring pose ever, but there's nothing hugely wrong with it besides being old and looking bad, right? I think it's the top of boring. It's the absolute top of boring. It's pretty good for 100 years old or however old it is. He's kind of suffering from miniature square bases, so you can't have a cool pose, right? All right. We found a waist ratio that's almost as ridiculous as the Lizard Man. Stacker Pentacron. Stacker 2 works. All she does is lat spreads, flies, and bench presses. It almost looks like a rectangle, like a little house, like a little tower. It's a 2-story office building. I think this is funny bad. Is that OG Marathi? I'm not sure which elf standard bearer it looks like. So no, according to SD Arcade. Cauldron of Blood. Big old... I don't know if this is supposed to be a statue. It looks like it's doing something. This is a little scene. Look, with the technology they had available at the time, they tried to make a diorama. A diorama. And if we zoom in, a lot of this is because it's painted well. And I mean really well. But like, proportions are kind of good. They've got facial expressions that are visible. Great, but old as fuck kind of ruins it though. Doesn't hold up. Doesn't hold a candle to modern anything. Even modern, not great stuff, but like, you can see what, hey look, you know, Tony Stark built this in a fucking cave, right? With a car battery strapped around his neck. This is pretty good for what they had at the time. And the paint job is really hard carrying, but still. Too hot for Twitch? Oh, is this green because if we were on Kick we could? Okay. No fun allowed in the censorship. Twitch.censorship.tv. We're not in Freedom Kickland yet. Her head is massive. Decent horse. It's got a weird kind of face. It's not the worst horse. Kind of tiny wings. Elf with big hat. 1984. Is it funny bad? No, I don't think it's funny. Just like boring. Maybe when it came out, people were like, holy shit. God damn. The art. The human form. Well, witch elf form. Back before it was... This was made in 1984. But it wasn't 1984. So you get respect and props for that. And so you will be in boring and bad instead of like shockingly bad. How about it? Dude, this looks just as good as the Croxagore we have today. Oh no, wait, we got a new Croxagore, never mind. Yeah, so there's like these Croxagore, and then there were the intermediary ones, which were almost just as bad. Yeah, finally we can say that these are the double old Croxagore. The mid ones were really shit. These are really bad. Am I shocked at how bad they are? No, I don't think I'm shocked. This is some decent sculpting here. The jawline. A T-Rex looking face, right? I mean, they just drew lines here for abs and stuff, but that's fine. Yeah, it looks bad, but I think we're boring bad. He would hit himself in the nose if he swung down. Yes, he would. Yeah, his head sticks out too far. I'm noticing a pattern. Are you guys noticing a pattern? 30 years ago, 40 years ago, they made some dog shit bad idea thing, and then they updated it in the year 2001, and instead of coming up with a better idea, they decided to be faithful to the old one. And so they made like an intermediary model that looked bad for all the same reasons, but had slightly more polygons, a little more pixels. But they couldn't like let go of the bad idea. They had to keep it moving forward. And then it kind of poisoned the next 20 years. And now finally we're starting to break away from that, and every time they don't stay faithful to the old one, it ends up being better, like always. Unless the old one is like actually a good idea, like with Slaves to Darkness, and then it's just sick, right? And we see that a lot with rules, not just sculpts. Like Thundertusk was a war scroll that was a legit just bad idea. It was a bad idea. And then they gave us a new battle tome, and they didn't even bother to change them. Because that's how they used to be. What they should have done was come up with a good idea instead, but they just like kept how it used to be. Because they think people give a fuck. And some people do, maybe, but they're wrong. I don't know, man. If something's not fun, just change it. If something's not good, just change it. You don't have to be a slave to old ideas, because that's how we've always done it. Well, how you've always done it is bad. Maybe do it good, right? I don't know. Yo, this is cool. There's nothing really wrong with this. Okay, yo, there definitely is, right? I could shit on this thing for a long time, but my spirit has been broken by looking at all of this, and so my brain doesn't even work anymore, and I think this is like a good idea with bad execution. Under wizard guy, above skull. No, it's probably below skull. Dinosaur riding dinosaur is a great idea. I don't think this works, but it's number 3 in the tier list up here. This model is better than the newer Carnosaur. No. I don't like the newer Carnosaur that much, but you know what? I'll shake your hand. Who said that? Was it a teal name? Eldrick Deutsch. This model is better than the newer Carnosaur. With the technology they had available at the time of making this, and the technology they had available at the time of making the new Carnosaur, they did a factually worse job with the new one. I agree there. I don't think this one's better than the new one, but I think they did a worse job, all things considered, with the new one. Can we compromise there? Inflation cope. It's just a box. It's shit. Thanks, I hate it. Yeah, so this is where they got the idea of that. It's trash. Dog-faced bloodthirster. With a whip. A whip is a stupid weapon. Full stop. Classic battle axe. You love to see it. Horrible face. No pose worth speaking of. Play-Doh wings. Tolkien estate can't sue them because it has wings, I guess. It's shockingly bad. I think it lands right about there. Also, is it time to revisit this guy? I've seen so much bad stuff. I wasn't prepared. Like, this guy looks so much better than I thought before because my brain is turning off. Once you get into the soup of this soul crap, I don't know. Does he look that much worse than all this crap? No. He might be funny bad. Yeah, this guy's funny bad. My brain is smoothening. This is what happens. This is what it's like to be a fantasy player. You think shit like this is good. Demon Prince. GW has a long history of bad Demon Princes. Yeah, this is a bad Demon Prince. He's shockingly bad. I think he might be the worst in the shockingly bad tier. No, these two are still worse. Yeah, I think I'm shocked by his badness. So you give me... I see. Harry the Hammer. The person who made this tier list. Am I noticing some favoritism here? So you're going to make this tier list. You're giving me a book cover with this guy on it for context. You're giving me a golden demon level non-metallic metal painted figurine from the perfect angle on top of a round base, fully based with terrain and everything. Fair and balanced, huh? The fix is in. Okay, I am familiar with your game. We never said this was fair. Does this go in actually a good model? No. It's just not. It's not a good model. Khorne and Slaves to Darkness have like 12 of these guys today, and they're bad. But its only problem is that it's 1,000 years old. That's the only problem with it, is that it's 1,000,000 years old. This is the classic put too much shit on some huge dude Warhammer that got them through those middle years. It's a better model than these guys. Does it go like that? I think I might do this. This is a better model than these. These took more chances and tried something more interesting with the movement and flipping and everything. And this guy is pure 80s. This is like so Warhammer though, right? It's so definitively that. It's better than these because these are kind of whatever. I didn't put them in boring because their quality is higher, but Word Answer Chad is at the top. I think he is. This one's close though. He's close to this. He's not close to actually a good model, but he's close to this. Mounted Khorne Hero. He's got that Super Nintendo looking ass proportions. Same with his corgi horse. But it's got like chains and shit. Cool helmet. This helmet looks weird. Makes him look like he has a face even though he doesn't. He looks like he has a big like he's doing that. I don't know where to put him. He's not great but old as fuck, which kind of ruins it. At the time they made this, it probably wasn't even bad execution, right? And he's not funny, but he's not boring. I guess I'll put him here. On a technicality, I guess. Just because he deserves to be higher in the tier list than boring and bad. Where does soul end and bad begin? Right here. This one right here. Everything else is legit bad, and soul begins to eat away at your brain. Egrim Van Horst Man on Chaos Dragon. You know, they were trying to do something that they might not have even had the technology to do. Right? I wonder what the silhouette looks like from a different angle. Silhouette's kind of nonsense, right? Shit's just sort of happening. This reminds me a little of the Marathi one, where I can see they're trying to do something advanced, they just don't have the technology yet. But it looks stupid. Like hella stupid. Is this funny bad? It's not boring, I can't say that. Maybe I should have a tier for just bad. Because it is. Am I shocked by how bad this is? I think, yeah. I'll put it at the top of shockingly bad. Yeah, it's clearly better than all this stuff. But it's not boring. It's not funny. Good idea, bad execution. I mean, just the concept of a two-headed dragon with a guy riding it is a cool concept. But I'm looking for more than... I'm looking for a healthier definition of idea than just like, what if there was a dragon, right? It's interestingly bad. Username, long number. Thanks for the first time chat. Alright, Slaanesh hero on demonic steed. The titty snake. Nice banner. Chad helmet. Good pose. Color scheme is cool, but I can't count that. This mount is dumb. But I don't know, it's got a decent movement and silhouette to it though. Like the head of it is really stupid. But I don't know, the silhouette's looking good on this thing. It's just a snake. I suppose it has tits. Always a plus. But I think we're even, because its face is so stupid that it gets -1/+1. So we end up a wash. He looks really cool. Good, even a decent pose too. Nice banner, nice helm. This thing is legitimately great but old as fuck. Although the head is really stupid. I can't stress that enough. This head is dumb. The tits are fine. I'll put them right there. Easy. Easy right here. Right behind the other two. Man, one of the only ones with like an actual good silhouette too. I wish they didn't have this stupid head though. Ruins it. And I see modern Slaanesh demons have this stupid head as well. That was a bad idea. You think the Slaanesh model is from when Juan Diaz was doing models for them? I've heard that guy's name. Juan Diaz apparently did the old demonettes back when they had, like, they looked interesting. They were artistically interesting back then. Good movement and stuff for their time. If you didn't realize how small and made out of like dry chewing gum they were, right? They look more interesting than the new ones even. Do people like that guy? Two-dimensional, not AdMech, I swear. Slaanesh champion with Jazael and knife. Feet. True, yeah, they have hoof. He is a Christmas cookie who is entirely two-dimensional and boring. I'll put him right here. He is boring. There are some current Skaven models that are lower quality than this guy. Look at this knife, the thickness of it. Chaos guy with a gun. Blue Hora. Given a middle finger. Simply the worst. Just so bad. I can't use words to describe it. It's so bad. A bad idea done poorly. Just like this guy and this thing and all this stuff. Such... But is it worse than the modern ones? Yeah. Yeah, he is raising a middle finger. Just kind of dumb, right? Alright, here we have another bad idea done poorly. Is this where he lands? Is he really worse than these horses? Is he really worse than the twigs and the jawline and the running anteater? Your anti-bird bias is showing? Okay. Let's get objective. No more subjectivity. Let's try to take a step back and view this without my hatred of birds. Okay. There. Complete objectivity. It's not worse than these horses or this shit. I think this thing is worse too. But these are better. There we go. Sometimes you gotta factor in your biases, right? But it surely doesn't... It's surely horrifying. And even shockingly bad is probably too good for it. It's just a terrible idea. Next. Old plague bearers. Look, they're supposed to look gross and stupid. So they're, in a sense, they're correct, right? But they are very bad. I think right there, in the Jesus Christ, how horrifying. Yep, they just look bad. The modern ones don't look any good either, though, so... Fleshhound. These little, like, phalanges are dumb. This thing is dumb. I can see its ribs. That's some... They added some detail. Shockingly bad. I don't think it's better than things that have wings. Yeah, maybe that's better there. So much champion. It's just really bad. Kind of two-dimensional. Doesn't make much sense. Top heavy, the thing would fall over, you know? Not interesting. Just kind of turns into a snake. Am I shocked? I think I am. I'm a bit shocked at the badness. Slambo. An absolute classic, so people tell me. In 1985. Actually, I think it was 1991 that Hero Quest came out. I can't remember when Hero Quest came out. But it was at about that time that stuff like this started coming out. And it was supposedly, it was like revolutionary for the time. Boring. And bad. Guy has 2 axes. Amazing. He's holding them weird. Huge head. Okay. Champion of Slaanesh Fly. All 12 of these pixels are kind of hard to see. Are these 2 giant bug eyes? Hence the fly thing. It's got kind of spider looking legs, I guess fly. This is just like really ugly. Old GW models are insanely hard to find pictures of. Oh, I know. Dude. Recent GW models are hard to find good pictures of. That's 10 of the hours of work for my 100-hour videos are just trying to fucking find the name of a goddamn artist who did something, or find a good picture of a model, or rip it from their website and Photoshop the background off so that the thing actually, it's so annoying. It's not even like Magic. At least Magic credits their goddamn artists. Games Workshop, nope. No respect. No respect. And that's for stuff that was made in like 2010, 2015. I can only imagine how hard it was to find a picture of any of this stuff from like the 80s. This is, Jesus Christ, how horrifying. Moonface. Is this guy funny? Why does he have so many fingers? Did AI make this? My man's got a lot of fingers. He's got a banana shoe, a hoof or something. Nice clothes. This is funny bad. Hand sculpted AI. He's funny bad. Top of funny bad. Good work. Yeah, lots of moons going on, right? Even painted well, the man's a train wreck. His shoes are moon. His fingers are moon. His sickle is moon. His face is moon. I mean, he's Moonface. That's what he is. Reminds you of the weird moonhead dude from 80s McDonald's ads. Yeah. They made some cool, like, chill vibe music out of that guy. Minotaur Classic. How do you have abs when you're that fat? Well, maybe their physiology is different. This is like strong. How do you get a body like this? How do you have no pectorals and then like insane abs? How are your abs larger than your pectorals? And then, but your arms are still huge. You have to like sculpt your body in the weirdest way. And then like Quad Master and Zero Calf. Yeah, I guess maybe it's Eddie Hall body. No, he's got big pecs too, though. Eddie Hall, is this you? Manitar. Coney Island Fat Strong. Is this funny bad? The best it could possibly be is funny bad. I think the musculature is humorous to me. So I'm gonna put him in funny bad. Different animal beastmen. Okay. Well, there is a worst one, and that's this one. The worst. But they're all terrible. I hate them. They are... Are they horrifying or shockingly bad? I'm only shocked by this one's badness. The other ones I'm just bored by. Maybe we go up here then. High shockingly bad, not low shockingly bad. The other ones are just boring. One of them is shocked. So I guess maybe it's either the bottom of boring or the top of shocking. Technically there's 3 that are boring and 1 that's shockingly bad, and so 3 to 1. You're at the bottom of boring and bad. Played your first 2K game before? Kragnos blew up your Teclis? Look. You have a lot of ways to protect Teclis, and he can sometimes be very hard to kill. However, Kragnos is genetically he is genetically built to fucking kill Teclis. That's for sure. Beware. Well, now you know. Kragnos is an actual god, even though his backstory makes it seem like he's not. He is the god of charging you and, like, whirlwind dunking you into a basketball hoop. Light of Eltharion soloed Kragnos, and there's the balance. He can, you know. Light of Eltharion is a Giga Chad. And this is what we call balance. Don't forget about those counter charges. Also, Light of Eltharion just went down in points. Enjoy that. Enjoy that one. This is kind of charming. The Chaos Toilet. Shit, what's that? What was that horror VHS? What was that horror movie VHS? With like a gremlin in a toilet on the cover or something like that. What was that old movie? It was like Slinkers or Shockers or something like that. Let me see if I can find it. I know Gremlins had one, but I'm not thinking of Gremlins. I'm thinking of a different one. Oh, it was Ghoulies. I can't find a picture larger than 100 by 200. Oh no. Fucking Ghoulies. There it is. All right. Ghoulies. They'll get you in the end. Rent it now at Blockbuster. This actual plastic toy looking ass. Apparently there was a Ghoulies 2 as well. I didn't know that. They'll get you in the end. Again. Someone was paid to write that and come up with that. Alright, boss. For this next cover for the sequel, picture this. They'll get you in the end. Again. And the boss is like, that's why I pay you the big bucks. Ship it. Damn, this guy is unstoppable. You like how Ghoulies 2 is in the toilet again? I mean, Ghoulies was only ever like rented because of the cover. This is prehistoric thumbnails on YouTube. Like the cover of your movie was going to get somebody to reach their hand out and like buy it or rent it. And so if it worked the first time, whatever worked the first time, do that again, right? Anyway, Chaos Toilet, funny bad. Actually got some charm to it with this square face up here. This is like the Leprechaun versus Dead Man. No, yeah, it was the Ginger Dead Man, yeah. Open your eyes, Jupes. Critters by Peter Jackson. Did he do Critters? I know he did Dead Alive. I don't think he did Critters. Oh, he did Heavenly Creatures. Was Heavenly Creatures like called Critters in America? No, it wasn't. Anyway, that was a 94 movie. You hate it so much, please make it go away. Gilnear. Nice quads. Good point. This is a fine, lazy point, right? Literally Diablo. Like the horns and then the back horns and everything. Like, this is literally Diablo. Which one came out first? I want to say Diablo was 94. It might have been too early for it, though. 96. Way later than I thought. Any legend enjoyers in the chat? This is like great, but it's old as fuck, which kind of ruins it. It's just Diablo. This is a good design. It's just a good design. Nice hand, good quads. Clearly ripped off by a lot of other stuff, including Diablo. It's up there. It's better than them. Adjusted for inflation. It's better than that guy. Adjusted for inflation. It's just classic. You did all this work to look like this. So much engineering went into something, and that something ends up looking like this. Look at how much work this was. This is so bad. Is this the new, like, actual worst? Maybe. Like, the tree is just goop, right? It's just fucking goop and sticks. And, like, hideous bullshit. This thing, it's like you spent $12 million and you ended up with Boyhood, you know? Like, you spent so much time and it's shit. This took 12 years to make. What is this? This is... Look at the muscles here. This a Bobo looking ass dude. Throwing his hair at you. It's good. It is all over. Holy shit. This is amazingly bad. Why are they all cheering? Because the person who sculpted this was depressed. They knew what it was going to end up looking like, and so they sculpted the figures, like cheering them, to cheer them up as they were sculpting. They wanted some sort of positive reinforcement. Look at this knee. Look at this guy's knee. PlayStation 1... like polygons deforming in the side of the screen, kind of. Damn, this is so bad. It's technically on circle base though. Round base is on top of a rectangular base. Moloch, Beastman hero. Boring bad, probably. Probably boring bad. Yeah, a Ajani Ascendant. Clay Fighter's character? Damn. We gotta get all of our old references out of the way since this is the old show. Clay Fighter was not good. Alright, you know what? Look at this fucking guy. I'm gonna bring us back for a moment. Jesus. I put this up on the screen as a palate cleanser. Look at that casual grip. How much does that hat weigh? You're gonna carry that weight. This looks so good. It looks so good. Anyway, back to this. Common W for Rob. True. Literally true. Graw Shack of the Northern Tribes Wizards of Morcar. This is a two-dimensional Christmas cookie. Doesn't look that much worse than Modern Bone Splitters. Modern Bone Splitters is like... I mean, they're 3D at least, but they look this bad. There's a lot of Wayne Reynolds T-posing going on here. It's horrifying. It's right next to this guy, because they're the same. He's more boring. He's more stupid. Figure it out. Goth Rockers. This reminds me of Gremlins, because at various points, all the Gremlins start cosplaying as stuff. It really reminds me of Gremlins. This kind of like, we're gonna have orcs, but they're British Rakas, is supposed to be funny and fun. I am immune to fun, however. So I hate these, but I understand what they were trying to do. And I bet for a lot of people, they succeeded. You know? This was probably really fun for people back in the day. They have actual poses. They're kind of 3D. They have an entire lizard on there. A lot of this is the incredible paint job, don't forget. I think these are funny bad. I laughed. You did it. You caused me to laugh. Look at this face. This is the history they came from to eventually make the Ale Guzzler Gargant. This is the most hideous model I've seen yet. Better physique than current Ale Guzzler, true. I definitely hate it. Oh, how I hate this style, this theme, this idea. He's so sad. Megadola Dwarf Burger. This is the Galaxy Burger. Well, McDonald's. He's trying to raise his stats in P5. How can you be sad when you have Burger? The casual Megadola. Actual Games Workshop model with the McDonald's fries and everything. I guess I have to put it in funny bad, because it's funny. And bad. Ugh. The cracks, dude. The cracks. I kind of can't believe they were allowed to do this in a sense, but alright. It's really fucking stupid, and I hate it, but it's supposed to be funny bad, so that's where I put it. Good expression, too. He's cracked. Yeah, I had to put the McDonald's next to the Moon Man, right? Dwarf Norse. Jesus Christ, how horrifying. No, this is a Fire Slayer, lads. Yeah. This is so bad. Can we count the fingers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Proper number of fingers. Unsure about this hand. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeehaw. I'll give you my axe and my nose. Shockingly bad. And just like the worst idea. A horrible idea. And bad. Hate it. The tenderizer. It's just got like shit on it. Are these supposed to move up and down? This is what a real tenderizer looks like, as a matter of fact. I see where the black coach got its respect for bases from. The grandpappy. Of just not giving a fuck where the base happens to be. Shockingly bad. People like want Chorfs really bad, and then every time they show me a Chorf model, I'm just like, why do you want them? What is this? Chaos Dwarf Lamas. Yeah, this is just so bad. This is so bad. I'm like angry at how bad Chaos Dwarves are from top to bottom. Concept, idea, history, art, what the models look like. I hate them. They're so shit. This is probably in the horrifying tier. Awful head. With Soren? Oh no, hey. Don't do my man with Soren like that. From Texas? Jesus Christ, how horrifying. You don't have to be so mean. Nobody except weirdos who only read the wiki and don't play the game ask for Dwarfs. That's a lot of people. Nobody actually played gave two shits about Dwarfs. You know, with an expensive game like this, a huge amount of people who can't afford the game only just read lore wiki and bitch about stuff online. And that's like probably upwards of 80% of all interaction about the game. So they keep the wheel turning for everybody else. Don't forget. Is this the old Velazada? It got a little better. Tharud. Hold the fuck up. Here we have the original big body tiny head meme. Johnny Bravo. It's not a mistake. This is on purpose. Look at these dudes. Look at the fucking time. Look at his head.
Big body.
Orterius. Literally true. I mean, just big body. That's what the 4 big guys, actually 5, I guess. And Milady, just chilling, you know. She knows the kind of guy she likes. I wonder if I can we find a meme in time? This is true cinema, okay? Absolutely approved. Not even one leg day skipped. Tiniest fucking heads ever. They're playing football, which is dumb. They lose points for that. The king of funny bad. These are legitimately humorous. Everything else in funny bad tier doesn't... I don't even think it deserves to be there compared to these. Compared to this. It's perfect. Literally funny and bad. Awesome. I mean, kind of reasonable musculatures as well. Even with the tiny heads, right? Like, all this stuff kind of makes sense. Okay, maybe that, not so much. But this one more so. So you can see his neck from the front. The fucking lats. Alright, this is hilarious. This is good. This is a good one. This is good. This is funny bad. They've succeeded. It might even... Like, they were trying to be funny, right? And so don't they deserve to be in the good, like... It wasn't even bad execution. They're just, like, legitimately funny. They did what they were trying to... Because they had to be trying to be funny. Right? These are literally better than that guy. Yeah. Great. These are great. Great work. Thrud. Chaos Knight Juggernaut. This is a charming little cartoon character with this face. I think this is supposed to be funny. I think it succeeds at that. This is straight up a cartoon. And that's what they were going for, and I think they succeeded. You're right there. The lead. I'll get you He-Man vibes. I mean, they've got He-Man vibes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No knee. What is this? What's this? So we got 5 fingers plus a thumb. Whatever that is. Knock-kneed. Kind of a barrel. Oh, this is a nose. Okay. Oof. Let's be honest. Some of this stuff is worse. Yeah. Yeah, that's real bad. Ugh. Chaos Ogres. Shockingly bad. I'm blown away by the badness here. This is awful. I hate it. They have the same pose as current art boys. Yeah. Current art boys don't look good. But these guys maybe have an excuse because they were made before the discovery of fire. No, it's 2000. The year 2000. Yeesh. One of them's a Cyclops. Yeah, you're not wrong. Year 2000 detected, and you're doing this. Slaves. Look at this. Could Games Workshop ever do faces for women? Was that ever a thing they could do in the past? All ogres looked like that until 2005? Damn. And I'm like complaining about ogres from 2005, right? This is just like Princess Leia ripoff, right? They watched Star Wars and so they made these. They're not any good. But there's nothing like particularly bad about them besides being old and terrible looking. Am I shocked by their badness? Not really. It's not even shockingly bad. I guess they're boring because it's just Princess Leia. They're not funny bad. I think they are kind of shockingly bad. Can I look at this again? Okay. Yeah, you know, I am kind of shocked by their badness. You are right. Matt Yee, a. That's a good emote. That's a good ass emote. Yeah, somebody watched Star Wars and they made models out of them that don't look good, but whatever. Wait. Full horseshoe body? So these are like aliens from the movie Alien, is what you're saying. It's just red so no one can tell. How come bloodletters have stolen my posture? You know, bloodletters have never looked good. I can now safely say. Why would you do this? They're somewhere down here. 3's better. Battering ram is worse. I think they go here. These are really horrible. Okay, so bloodletters have never been good. Mordheim Beastmen. Oh no, he's hot. Yeah, these are pretty bad. She doesn't look half bad. Yo, did they make a female face that's like not bad? Once? Interesting. My man has the full torso. Yeah. Happy trail. I thought it was a treasure trail. Back in my day, we called it a treasure trail, but alright. Maybe happy trail is the new word for it. This is like a fucking map. It's like this is a continent. This is a highway. 4 lanes. She's actually very well done. But the camera's really blurry, so maybe I'm making it up. I'm thinking boring. Yeah, these guys are all the way up to boring, I think. But still very bad. The human feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, the correct amount of toes. The one on the right is unironically better than the current rat ogre. Yeah, but the current rat ogre would be down in this tier, right? Because it was made when these were. Ooh. Ooh. Look at the fucking hand on this guy. What is this? And then a crab claw. No lower jaw having. Wind blowing in his face. Damn, it's so chaotic. How are we going to represent chaos? What if he had a crab hand and his other hand was big? It's so fucking stupid. It's really bad. Man, all this shit down here is so bad. I don't even know. I'm not even sure what's real anymore. I guess it's somewhere here. I don't care. It's hard. So much of it is so bad. The thing in the wood. This is better than a modern day Razordon. Or what's the thing called? Razor Gore. Better than a modern day Razor Gore. Let's see. Am I wrong? Games Workshop search wouldn't show this, and I typed it in. This is sold today. Look at this foot. It's a hoof with one nail. Okay, round 2 is in the works. Oh, good. Oh, good. Well, here you have it. Jesus Christ, how horrifying is a big tier. Shockingly bad. I created this tier just for pity, but all of this should be in this tier. Boring and bad. Funny bad, I created this for pity. It should all just be in shockingly bad or boring and bad. This is a pity tier. Good idea, bad execution is a legit tier. And great but old as fuck, which kind of ruins it, is all these. In order. None of these are actually good models today. But the closest is this one and this one. These two. These two are the closest to being good models nowadays. Oh, actually this one too. These three are the closest. But they are not. Anyway. There you have it. All this shit sucks. It's good that it's all gone. It was trash and is trash. Let it go. Move on. And we learned something about Games Workshop. They hold on to bad ideas for no other reason than they are old and how they've done it before. A little too much, I think. It's important to know your history and respect the stuff that came before you. But I think they hold on a little too much. And it poisons the current stuff. Both for models and rules. Maybe lore. You're making a quiz for the show. Is it a Stormcast or is it a Space Marines? Okay. Some people die defending these things and curse anything new. There are a lot of artistic mediums where old stuff really does hold up and you can appreciate it. Music, sculpture, painting, right? Even movies and video games a little bit, although they age worse, right? I have yet to see sculpted miniatures rise to the occasion. Just seems like a medium that isn't able to do that. Bad for modern GW project, but fantastic for collection and hand-sculpted art. All we can talk about is our opinions. I didn't see this when I was a kid, so I have no nostalgia. And if you look at it without nostalgia, then the shit sucks, right? But look, I got nostalgia for old stuff that probably isn't that good anymore, you know? Everybody's got some of that somewhere. You know, I'm playing through Planescape Torment right now. So, if I were throwing stones, I'd be in a glass house. They're like 28. Yes. Adopted nostalgia from the friend group they're in. Sometimes echo chambers aren't any good. You gotta watch out for that. You know, someone who said the Forge World Big Swig was better than the Mangler Squigs and said your brain was poisoned by Fortnite and TikTok for thinking other words. And they're like 28. Hey, it's possible to be objectively wrong about art, you know. Everybody says art's subjective, all this other stuff. It's actually a lot of copium. Art that has a lot of technical aspects to it is a lot more objective than people would like to think. But they were a kid, and they drew some shitty picture. And somebody didn't want to make them feel bad, so they said it was good. And they said that no opinion can be wrong. And they said that art is subjective. But it was really just coddling them, you know? To make them feel better. And we see the consequences of that. Because some people can grow up and say the Forge World Big Squig is better than the Mangler ones. And, you know, they're just as wrong about that as if you said the boiling point of water on Earth was 10 million degrees, right? Like, it's just as wrong as that kind of science, but, you know. There is some subjectivity to your enjoyment of it, sure, but there's a lot of technical aspects to art. And it's less subjective than non-artists would like to think. There's a big difference between something is good and I like it, or something is good and I enjoy it. Like, those can be very different. Some people enjoy stuff because it's bad, right? A lot of movies, you know. Which model shocked you the most? The most shockingly bad model? Let's see. This loop threw me for one. This thing right here. It threw me for a loop, that one. Just that part did. This didn't really shock me. Okay, I'm wrong. It did shock me. It's really bad, but I mean, let's see. What was I most shocked by? I'm most shocked by people who want Chaos Dwarves when this exists. And this. This was shocking to me. This one. This is actually really good. It's too old. Doesn't look good anymore, but at the time, impressive. Okay, I think, to me, probably the most shocking thing was this. I was shocked at how good this is. Yeah. This is the one, this one tripped me up. I was shocked that I would see anything like this good. As far as shockingly bad, like everything was kind of shockingly bad. I would have to say maybe this one. This might be the most shockingly stupid thing.
WKBD, TV 50, and 101 FM, WRIF. Welcome to Metro Chevy Dealers U.S. Hot Rod 7th Annual Thrill Show Spectacular. See screaming butt bomb funny cars side by side. Then the nation's top monsters are out to climb and crush them on the cars.